is your girl feeling me?
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 6, Buffalo 18. Trap 50, trap 50.
Richardson going right to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. They get this off to Taylor. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's a second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
On the step.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abuka able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. At the line and set to go. Last series, 4 a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver.
Come on.
Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd down, here's Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we...
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Colts at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. And in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
On second and 11 now. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lawrence. Buying time to and a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Richardson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Second down, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
19 tight.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 69 yards rushing. Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley-Cox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting. Negative touchdown.
Alec Pierce, 26 yards. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 41 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Richardson will keep it once again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
19 target, Cup 19, Cup 19. Mustang 19. Ready.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Jacksonville surprised a lot of people when they tabbed Trayvon Walker as the #1 overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. And they're certainly betting that his athleticism will help him grow into one of the league's elite pass rushers.
He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw a touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, you.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Rodgers to return it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Richardson back to throw it. Slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Richardson to the air on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Down. Hey, box up, box up.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands to get back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cowboy 80.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Room here to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. They
give to Taylor out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20, 10, 5, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game.
And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Pushes him over. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Ready. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Charlie.
Lawrence going to throw again. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll go option to the short side. They'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 25 yards. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Now Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy with that.
Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick